So in today's video, we are going to be seeing the concept of what if the American country from my Wixo series came into the real world. Now, before we start this video, and before I tell you anything about this video, please subscribe so I can hit 2,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and like the video if you want to see more content like this. But yeah, so if you haven't watched the Wixo videos, I've already recorded like a lot more parts, but this is part 10. This is part 10, or this is the borders from part 10. Um, it takes over a lot of the U.S. Well, I say a lot of the U.S. It takes over a lot of the populated areas of the U.S. because in reality, the U.S. kind of just, whoa. The U.S. is basically, the population is basically like, all the population is like over here and then like here. There's like barely any population over here compared to those areas. So they also took a little bit of Canada. Um, we're here in this area. Also, this is a new. I've already posted a video with this software, but at the time of recording this, it hasn't been seen by anybody. It has no views. But yeah. Also, uh, go check out the Wixo series. Um, gonna be posting that, posting some more of those sometime sooner or later. But what we first need to figure out is what country they're going to be declaring war on first. So the first country they're going to be declaring war on is going to be the Bahamas. Um, for Bahamas, they don't stand a chance, and they get fully taken over. Now the U.S., even without their capital, is obviously still going to be strong because they still have Texas, California. They still have like Washington, um, Colorado, Utah. They're still pretty important states. Arizona, Nevada, but they also have Alaska and Hawaii over here. Also, this map does have Hawaii. Also, I know this color kind of looks similar, but it's lighter. Don't worry. I don't know why you'd be worrying, but now they declare war on Cuba. I think that's a Cuban island. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Wrong color. Yeah. But the American country start their invasion into Cuba, coming down here and blocking off this area. So in part 10, I didn't really specify what like I don't think I specified their actual ranking in power, but I'm pretty sure part 10 I was thinking of making them in the top 10, maybe like the 12th strongest. But even though they're 12th strongest, 12th or 10th, 12th, 10th strongest in the Wixo series, here in the um, real world, they are probably the 30th strongest, which could still take over Cuba. Um, well, they might actually be stronger because they might be like 20th strongest. But yeah, they take over Havana, I think their capital is, and they fully take them over. So time for a peace treaty. So in this peace treaty, we will see that the American country will fully take over the will fully take over Cuba and the Bahamas, because I kind of forgot that they had done that. Also over here, this is really bugging me. Yeah, just wrong thing. But yeah, now we need to see another thing. Also, I realized that In part 10 of Wixo, my other map didn't have Jamaica. Good thing this map does. It's a very, very advanced map, more complex. But let's stop talking about random stuff and declare war on another country. I think Haiti also owns these islands. But we will see the American countries start their invasion from obviously Cuba and the Bahamas, mostly. On both islands, on both sides of on both peninsulas of the island, and even take over that island. Yeah. We don't see any resistance from Haiti. Haiti is kind of a corrupt country, from what I've heard. So well, like that. But yeah, they will also fully capitulate over to the American country. I think that's the right word. I always say I think, but I never say I'm sure that that's the right word because I'm never really sure on what words are correct. So the Dominican Republic will be safe for now because they're now going to declare war on the Jamaica. I have not been able to talk. Like, I mean, like literally, I have been able to talk, but like my always like right now, I'm stuttering a lot. I wonder what that is. Because, I mean, it might just be because I'm on YouTube, because I don't stutter this much whenever I'm just, doing whatever. But yeah, they fully take over Jamaica, and instead of doing peace treaties every time, because we're in the Caribbean, I'm just gonna. If there's an invaded country that has been fully invaded and fully surrendered, if it's still a lighter color, then that means that there's military troops there, uh, militarizing the area, making sure that there's no rebellious groups happening. And yeah. Now, the fate of the Dominican Republic. We will see their invasion start along the Haitian border and move more into the country. I don't know where any of these countries' capitals are, so yeah. I think their capital might be along the northern coast though. But either way, they fully take them over, and now they're in a situation where they need to. There's Puerto Rico right here, but there's Puerto Rico right here. But if they invade Puerto Rico, then they are also invading the U.S. basically because it's a U.S. territory. So at this point, they start retracting their troops back into, or they start retracting their troops from all these countries down here into the mainland along the U.S. border because they are going to declare war on the United States. Well, they didn't take all the troops because Puerto Rico, and down here too. Um. Oh yeah, and over here. All right. So now we have the U.S. and the American country going to war. Now, let me make my brush size a little bit smaller. We see down here that the American it'll be more on that side. Yeah, okay. The American country, well, let me make that brighter. There we go. We'll see that the American country will start to invade along the southern border of, or the southern, yeah, along the southern part of their border before, over up here we will see U.S. troops enter into American country soil. So we have the American country and the U.S. going to war with each other. This is probably the biggest. This is probably going to be the biggest war of this video. But they take over this little area here near the Great Lakes, and obviously the U.S. is still going to be very strong. Still got California and Texas, but since that the American country, wow, make a shoot towards um uh, uh I guess Dallas, Houston area. They start to take over the southern border. Also, let me make sure my audio's still working. All right. Take over the southern coast. Since all the U.S. troops are not really down here right now. And meaning that these troops, you know, retract. We see a push. We see a counterattack over here. I'll change the color eventually, just not right now. Since the capital is over here, I think it's right around there. It might be, yeah, I think the capital is like right there. The new U.S. capital is probably going to be over here near San Francisco or something like that. Maybe Seattle. I don't know. And now we see American country troops invade into the American soil because them of the American troops retracting down here to fight back down here, but that doesn't go that well. They lose the land that they acquired, and this country, let's say, now that I think about it, the American country is a lot stronger than what they would in the Wixo because they'd probably be like 12 or 10th in the Wixo. But if instead we took them to the real world and brought what they took from the U.S. into Wixo, they'd be the strongest country because they have all of the East Coast basically, and Canada would basically nearly fall because I think they have their capital. But yeah. We see more invasion until the U.S. decides, okay, we'll give you whatever land you have taken and maybe a little bit more, and let's just stop this war. So then we see a peace treaty. So let's go ahead with that. So in this peace treaty, we will see that the American country will take all of these regions of the mainland of the U.S. and also Puerto Rico. The U.S. has been left in shambles, um, of course, because, I mean, why would they not be left in shambles? They just got, you know, very militarily damaged. They took a lot of the American country, took a lot of the U.S. military whenever, they spawned into the world map for some reason. They didn't want to. It was kind of you know, a luck thing. It just happened. But now we have this ugly border. Like, I mean, really ugly border. And, yeah, we're gonna see one more war happen. Um, because I said so. So, yeah. That's, war. Also, is that, yeah, it is. Alright. So, the country they declare war on, it's already in shambles because of, whoa. Gotta make that more blue. They're kind of already in shambles because, I mean, they already took a lot of their land. So, that's not good. But I'm gonna need a whole, very much bigger brush. It's also water. So, I mean, I'll cut when I have all of it colored in. So I got it all colored in now. It took a little bit longer than expected, which means it's longer. This video is gonna be longer than expected. Well, the pre-edited video will be. But we will see the American country start their invasion. And their capital, I'm pretty sure has already been taken. I think it's like right down here. Maybe like around here somewhere. But either way, they do this move to well, what? Why did I get quiet? I just said to and then just but they do this to oh my gosh, why do I keep saying to what am I lagging? They do that to disconnect this area from this area. There we go. Finally. But they do that and basically it's just a sweep through the country. I can like make my brush bigger. It's like a sweep through the country. You just go through, sweep through here, this island, start taking over that, take over that entire part there, start their invasion here. And they fully take the land around this lake. And the entirety of Canada is forced to surrender. Now, I would say peace treaty, but the only thing that would really be a peace treaty is one thing that I would like to do real quick. And that's because it just satisfies me. Because yeah. So let's do a peace treaty real quick. So this part right here is going to actually go over to the US because it just makes the most sense to connect Alaska to the main contiguous US. And yeah, we let me erase their border right here. Then let me erase the border between Canada and, well, what used to be Canada and the American country. Then we can get a full look at how big the American country has gotten this video. Might as well just get rid of that. No point in it. Look at the sheer size of the American country. This over here really bothers me. But we see a huge thing. Now the American country, if they're worried about over here because I don't know why, I just felt like I needed to color it in. They're worried about over here in Greenland and just this general area because their knowledge about it is that the British own it and the British are strong. So they're worried that the British own Greenland and Iceland and like this bit over here. But yeah, what an interesting video. If y'all want to see more videos of me bringing Wixo countries into the real world, let me know and like and subscribe so I can hit 2K before the end of the year. On screen now you can see uh the Wixo playlist because this is related to Wixo in a sort of way. My channel so you can subscribe and look at all my other videos and a video YouTube thinks is best for you. Thanks for watching, and God bless.